record low volume for Mullen Automotive, Mullen stock today. We got to talk about this because last time it did this for 4 to 5, maybe even 6 trading days where the volume decreased every single day. The following 2 days after it was done, it ran over 200%. So we got to break this down because we have to look at every single angle that Mullen is all about so we can make the best decision moving forward with the most education with this stock. We know this has been manipulated. This has been a crazy roller coaster. So in today's short video, because I know your time is valuable, I'm going to give you the details that you're going to want to know in regards to the volume and the charts. And I'm going to show you a video that I actually found on Twitter, which is pretty cool. Not a video, a picture. Dude, I'm losing my mind today. Like, I got one kid asleep, one kid is out there. Life is wild. Before I show you any of that though, don't forget to drop a like. Would always appreciate that. Think about subscribing if you're not subscribed yet. And don't forget to grab your coffee. I don't have any, but grab yours. Now, I shared this earlier with the Patreon from the YouTube seeing this video. So if you want updates faster than I can give it to you on YouTube, join the Patreon down below. It's $7 a month. You get access to our amazing community. It's really a steal. It's like, what is that, like 12 cents a day? 22 cents a day. Someone do the math for me. But anyways, links down below. Check it out if you would like. As I'm making this video, Mullen is trading at 45 cents, 45.08. We're down almost 2% on the day. But Palantir's up, and I just made a video on Palantir. Make sure you watch that if you haven't seen it yet, especially if you are holding Palantir, if you plan on buying Palantir in the future. Now, the two things I want to show you, I'm in the middle of this chart today, a little different. Usually I'm on the other side, but I want to show you a couple things that I find very interesting. First, this yellow arrow right here. If you look at it, we were decreasing. We were going down pretty much every single day. But the other interesting thing is the volume was dropping down also. So if you see that first, see, you hear that? If you see that first big red candle right there, it was 48 million in volume. The next day, we were 45 million. The next day after that, we were 43 million. See how it's getting lower and lower? The next day after that, we were 31 million. The day after that, we were 25 million. Very low. The next day, we were 154 million. The day after that, we were 213 million. Boom, boom. Those are the 2 days where it was over 150 million both days, but the volume was decreasing before this massive run. Now check this out. Let's go over here to this yellow arrow, and I'm gonna zoom in on my end so I can explain it to you. But just to tell you how these look very similar, if we go back to more days over here, the volume has actually been dropping every single day. So for this one, same thing basically. 4 or 5 days, if we start on September 27th, the volume was 53 million. Okay, it was a big red candle. The next day though, it was 45 million. And that was when we actually pretty much bottomed out. The following day, it was 26 million. Volume keeps dropping. 20 million, 13 million, and today, as I'm making this video, it's at 8.7 million. That is extremely low. We're only at 8.7 million on the day. So what is this telling you? I'm honestly curious. There's a lot of talk going around with all this new drama with Mullen again, but I'm very interested in the volume and how it plays a huge role with what has happened before. Volume has been dropping. Volume was dropping over here, then a run. This obviously was news. This was news on, they announced the buyback, and then they announced that they hired the lawyer for the legal shorting. So of course, if we're gonna run and if volume's gonna come in again into Mullen, we're gonna need news, right? That's the big thing. So what is the news gonna be? Because they just announced news that they delivered 10 vehicles, class 3 vehicles, but that didn't really do much. Still been trading down. The cool thing is though, we're actually making higher lows. So if you zoom in on your chart, you'll see that we've been making higher lows every single day on a daily time frame. But it's pretty interesting to think about lower volume every single day, but we're moving higher on the stock price. What's gonna happen next? That's the question that everybody probably has, and you gotta do what's best for you. Of course, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I just wanted to point these out to you because this paints a picture that could happen again, because things usually happen from what has happened in the past. And I do think Mullen has another run in it, or a couple runs, especially if they do become a good company that we all think they can become. But I really wanted to point this out to you guys today. Now, what do we have here? This looks like a class 3. This is the Twitter. They put their name as Nicole with 2 E's. Mullen on 75 north of Detroit. First time I've ever seen one in person. That's pretty incredible that it's actually on the road. That just shows you like this is real. This is actually happening. There was a interview, I think. I don't know if anyone's ever seen it, but let me know down below. I saw this video years ago. This guy first invested in Tesla. He put in like $10,000 into Tesla stock way back in the day. I think this was like 2013, 2014. And they asked him, why did you do that? Why did you invest in Tesla? Like, what made you want to put in $10,000? And I remember it clear as day. Literally, I think about this. He said, I started seeing Teslas on the road, and that's what made me invest in that company. He obviously had a huge return on investment. He just let that $10,000 ride. And it's pretty incredible. I'm not saying Mullen's going to do that now, but it is cool to see that the class 3 is actually on the road, like in the public, right? So let me know what you guys think down below on this. I'm hoping to see some class 1s next on the road because I think that can be an absolute game changer and that could be huge for the EV space and for businesses in whole. Guys, don't forget to drop a like. Would always appreciate that. Hopefully this was helpful today. Enjoy your day and we'll see you on the next one.